Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Wheat and White Bread podcast.
The Wheat and White Bread.
We're coming back at it again. We're going to talk about a bunch of topics today. I know Wheat Bread wanted to get into a couple things today. We're going to...
yeah, man. Got a lot on my mind, White Bread.
Well, you know, we can. What do you want to talk about first?
First of all, let me get it out the way, y'all. For Raheem, for old Harvey, shout out to the Lakers for putting out the Golden State Warriors. Man.
You know it was going to be a tough time.
It kills me to say that.
We both picked Golden State to win that series.
Yeah,
so we were both wrong
man.
on that one.
But we're going to see what they do with the Joker, though. That's
We'll see. And then we'll see what happens in the future in the playoffs with the Celtics and stuff, if they can win.
Y'all got y'all handful.
I know.
You worry about James Harden and
I told you we were
Embiid.
going to Game 7.
You don't worry about nobody else right now other than the MVP and the former multiple-time MVP.
All right,
coming for your head.
We'll see. We got a couple of good
Go
players.
Celtics, though, man. I'm wearing green.
We got a
for my
couple
Eagles and
we got
for
a couple
White
of good players ourselves. You know, we got some good talent. So
yeah,
I'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, next time we come on, we're talking about the Celtics versus the Heat. You know. And we'll see what's going on with this Golden State with this Lakers series.
Yeah,
no disrespect to LeBron. Played a great series. Shot well. Shot a lot better than Klay Thompson.
Where the team stepped up and rallied behind him for real.
Yeah, they got some really good role players who were stepping up and playing their game. I gotta say. So, other than that, what do you think about this? The NFL schedule came out this week.
Shout out to my Eagles, man. And all I'm going to say, man, to beat a man, you got to beat the man. They said we got the toughest schedule in the NFL, White Bread.
It's starting off tough, I'll tell you right now. You got to come to the Gillette Stadium.
We coming to have some New England clam chowder.
We'll see.
You hear me?
We'll see.
We coming to have some clam chowder.
Well, week 1, they got the Patriots. That'll be a tough game, but, we'll see what happens there.
That's a good measuring stick for y'all.
Then they got the Vikings. You guys are on the road.
Kirk Cousins
you guys are at home.
How many times you gonna throw Kirk Cousins up to me and we done dusted them off every time?
So I'll give you guys that when you guys will probably win that.
And they let their running back go. Then you
gotta play the Bucs. I don't know why you got the toughest schedule in the league when you're playing the Buccaneers without Brady.
Man, ain't got nothing to do with that. Brady, man, own the bigger endeavors. He trying to own part of the Raiders.
Yeah, I know. And then you got big divisional game at home, Washington.
Man, we owe them.
What do you think there?
We owe them. They ain't got no Chase Young, so I ain't got to worry about that. Running backs should have a great game that game.
At the Rams.
Yeah, we will win.
At the Jets.
Man, you know what? Aaron Rodgers going to have to show me because I know what my front four look like.
Well, I know what New York Jets front four looks like, too, so Jalen Hurts better be on his game that day.
Well, Hurts going to be more ready than...
You got Sauce Gardner,
your
too,
boy going to be ready, man. I can promise you that.
The Jets have a very, very, very strong team.
Well, we'll see.
Then you got to play the Dolphins.
That may be a good test for us, just for our corners, because Tyreek and Waddle,
Yeah.
I have to give them they credit. That's a dynamic duo. So
and then they get then you go right back to the Commanders again.
Man, they want us to go get them out the way.
And
man.
Then we
it's
go
bird
through.
Food.
We go through the tough stretch of the schedule.
Okay, that's what you call it.
3 weeks in a row. Ready? We're gonna go Dallas.
Win.
At home. Bye week. Then you get a bye week. Then you come back and you go to the Chiefs.
Man, that's gonna be a tough one.
Then you got to play the Bills.
We're gonna win.
Then you got to play the 49ers.
We owe them anyways.
Then you got to play Dallas at Dallas.
I want Brock. I want if Brock Purdy is even the starter by then. Because Trey Lance might beat him out. But I want all that. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait for this. That's a tough run. Dallas, KC, Buffalo, 49ers, back to Dallas, and then after all that, you got to go to Seattle and play against Geno and the 12th man.
I love it. We wouldn't be going through it if we weren't built for it. You hear me?
Then I don't know why they always do this with you guys, but they always put the Giants right at the end of the season. It seems.
Mercy hump. White
you got the Giants week 16 and
mercy
week
hump,
18. Sandwiched between you go to Seattle, then you go home to play the Giants, then you stay home to play the Cardinals, then you go to New York and play the Giants. So basically, the last month of the season, you guys are at home. Because the distance between New York and Philly is pretty small.
How many more times you want us on the road? We going everywhere else.
I got you. So what do you think? We already got a bet on this. I'm saying they're going to go.
He said we weren't going to win 12 games. Man, we're going to win at least 12, 13 games. Bro.
All right, well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see,
that
we'll
way.
see,
Bar
we'll see,
injury
we'll
now,
see,
y'all.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
So who do you think is the biggest threat to the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC?
Ask me that by week 6, White Bread.
All right, I got
Yeah.
you. Preseason, what do you think? San Fran probably, right?
No.
If they get that quarterback play, yeah, they got McCaffrey and Debo, man. They're gonna be tough.
We ain't worried about San Fran, man. They had
And they got your
their-
boy. And they got your boy.
Yeah, we ain't worried about him. We ain't worried about none of that.
All right, well then we're gonna move quickly on to my New England Patriots.
Who you think is the threat?
the biggest
in
threat
the
to the?
NFC?
I'm telling you, Sam. I mean, San Fran. I mean, you know,
I don't know what you mean. So what you mean?
what do you mean?
Because you don't want to say San Fran, but you trying to say San Fran.
I will say San Fran.
Okay, so you picking San Fran to be the biggest threat to us in the NFC.
I mean, that's the team that I mean, the NFC got weaker and the AFC got stronger this like off season.
Just because the Aaron Rodgers move?
Not just because of a lot of the moves that went like who's the second best quarterback in the NFC?
Shit, you got Dak,
Geno, okay,
Shit,
all
you
right.
got
Well,
Daniel
then-
Jones.
Now we're gonna go to who the Patriots got to play. All right, let's go to let's want to talk about toughest schedule. You talk about the Philly toughest schedule.
You know what it is.
Patriots got to play the Eagles at home, then they got to play the Dolphins at home. Two tough
Divisional
games to
game
start.
for you, so you see them.
Then they
anyway.
got to go to New York and play the Jets.
What you think gonna happen?
Dude, I'm.
What you think gonna happen when you go play?
I think the Patriots are they'll be lucky to be 9-8 or 8-9, the same as they were last year. They got a lot to look. They got the Jets. Then they got to go to Dallas.
Ooh.
Then they got to go to. Then they got to play the Saints at. They got to play the Saints at home.
I need y'all to beat Dallas though, White Bread.
I hope we do beat Dallas. I hope we beat every team. 19, 20-0, 19-0 now, right? 20-0 now to get a perfect season, right? Then they got to play the Raiders at Las Vegas again.
That ain't no big deal for y'all. Y'all should win that.
Then they got to come back home and play the. Then they got to go play the Bills at home.
What you think about that?
That's gonna do all these games. All the divisional games are gonna be tough, and all the off. I haven't seen one.
You think you can split with Buffalo? Let me ask that then.
Maybe I don't know, man. Probably not. I mean, they got a better team than us
Think you
on
can split with the
paper. I mean,
Dolphins?
it's gonna be tough games. I hope so. I think we can beat them at home. I mean, if we can, it's early in the season. I hope we can take them at home, and then we got the Commanders. Then we got the Colts with your boy.
Are you really
Anthony
worried
Richardson.
about the Commanders?
I mean, that's going to be a tough game for the Pats. I mean,
That's all
that's
you
a
worried
tough
about.
game for any team. No, I'm hopefully I'm not going to be worried about any team. So my boy Mac Jones is going to come out with it correct. Then we got the Colts. Then we got the Giants. Then we got the Chargers. Then we got the Steelers. Then the Chiefs. Then the Broncos. And then the Bills. And then the Jets again. Name me one easy game the Patriots have this season. One easy game the Pats have this season.
Depending on how you feel about the split.
The Steelers maybe. I don't know. I mean,
That's gonna be a
I
tough
see a
game
lot
for
of
you.
I see a lot of 60-40 games there where the Patriots are gonna have 40% chance or less of winning.
White
And,
Bread, I'm gonna go out on a limb for y'all and say y'all win 10 games.
all right, we'll see. I hope so.
10
I hope
games
so.
for you, White Bread.
I
Y'all
hope
be
so.
in the wild card hunt.
I hope that the AFC is a lot more stacked than the NFC, especially when it comes to QB play. When you got names like Joe
Now that
Burrow,
Aaron Rodgers
Patrick
had made
Mahomes,
his appearance.
Aaron Rodgers,
His appearance.
freaking Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, and we can go down the list. Justin Herbert.
Well, we play the Ravens too, don't we?
Yeah, I'm just talking about divisionally.
That's gonna be a hell of a
divisionally.
game. Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson.
I don't think they're playing each other. Did we say they were playing the Ravens? No, you guys aren't playing the Ravens.
Damn,
But that maybe in the Super Bowl.
it'd be beautiful.
I mean, they got
That'd
OBJ
be a hell of a
and
Super
they
Bowl.
got Lamar
boy.
Jackson. I mean, it would be a
we
great
gonna
game.
lock OBJ down. We are used to OBJ.
Oh,
we
so
used to
easy,
OBJ.
so
He
easy to
started
lock
with the
down
Giants, and we
OBJ.
played him every year, twice.
Well,
So we ain't worried about
We're
OBJ.
gonna hope. Well, the NFL season is a long way away, but tell us what you guys think about the season, your team, your hopes.
Go Eagles.
Leave some comments. My boy Wheatbread over here got some high hopes for Philadelphia,
Supposed to.
as he should.
Spent big
They
money.
went to the Super Bowl last year and they got better in the draft, so they should be right back there again. Or
Hopefully.
it's a failure. They should
Bar
win.
injury.
They should win.
Bar an injury.
I mean,
we should win.
Should come out of the NFC.
I
for
agree
sure.
with you, White Bread.
Yeah, so-
Bar an injury.
So, but moving on, we're gonna quickly move on to this. I know you wanted to talk a little bit about this town hall with old Trumpy. Trumpy was.
What
on
did
the
you
town
think
hall.
about it? Did you think that it was?
I did. It was exact. I didn't watch it all because I couldn't take it anymore. Because I educate myself on what actually happened and things that happened and stuff like this. And when someone's just up there
So you know better than he do since he was up there talking about it?
I don't say that I know better than him. I know the facts better than him because he never says a fact.
You know the facts better than him,
Yes,
even though he was
absolutely.
there.
If by what he said, the words coming, he didn't spit one fact.
Oh, okay.
He just spit a bunch of he's still saying that the election was stolen. He started the whole thing off. He still won't admit that he lost the election. I mean, right there should have told you where his mind was. At this point, it's time to give it up. We're 2 years later now. There hasn't been any evidence that I've seen that supports his claims. Mm-hmm. And if there was any, he would have definitely found it by now because he sure is looking. So he's spending a lot of money looking. He spent a lot of money trying. But he just denies everything. He just says everything's a witch hunt. He even defamed the woman who he just had to pay $5 million to
by saying that he didn't know.
Saying he didn't know. That's the same thing that he said before. That's what got him in trouble.
How is that being defaming?
Because you're.
Is it that big of a deal for her to be able to say, "Yeah, I know him," and he agrees to say, "I know
how
her"?
can you say you don't know somebody when
if I don't know your birthday, but I heard somebody yell your name at the gas station and said,
"Explain this
Jason."
to me.
So I'm able to say, "I know Jason."
Explain this to me. Explain this to me. Okay, you got everybody knows. Even Republicans admit that the election wasn't stolen. Okay.
Okay.
He's still saying it. All right. Okay. You got him up there saying he doesn't even know this woman, never met her before, but just had to pay her $5 million because he doesn't know her. A jury just found him guilty of sexually abusing her, but he never met her.
So that's why he paid $5 million because he paid sexual abuse.
He paid $2 million for that.
But they didn't make him pay $5 million for just saying that I didn't know the broad.
$3 million of that was because he didn't know her. So more than half was because he didn't know her. Yeah. So $3 million, just $20,000 less than $3 million was for defamation.
And you know what? That's okay if some people, and I don't know either way it go because I don't know him or her, and I don't know shit about the situation.
Well, I think the jury does.
But I will say this right here. I don't give a shit if the man did, or deal with the lady, because if the lady didn't bring no.
If he's sexually assaulted a woman?
Why didn't this come about years ago when she was young?
We definitely
I said, why didn't it come about if
I don't know why.
When she was young?
I don't know why. I'm just saying a jury just found him guilty of that.
Because if somebody do something to you right now today, you gonna wait 5-10 years, or you gonna bring it up right then?
It depends on how I felt about it at the time. Maybe she was ashamed to talk about it. You don't know what was going through her mind. Yeah, she, like a lot of women are who don't even report it. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're like disregarding that a woman was sexually assaulted here, and he was found guilty of that.
How was she sexually assaulted?
I don't know how. I wasn't on the jury.
I thought
didn't
you
hear
said
all the
you
facts
knew better than he did.
I know facts.
So
he was found. He was
so
found
what
guilty.
did they say he did that was sexually assaulted? That's what I'm asking.
He sexually groped her, assaulted her. They gave her $2 million. But still, this is a typical from a Trumper. Nothing's real.
I just wanted to know how did he sexually assault the lady, man? I don't know.
I don't know, but
because I heard that he tried to kiss her.
You said that
I heard that he tried to kiss her. Now you saying that he groped her?
He said if he got found guilty, you would change your tune.
I heard he tried
and now
to
you're
kiss
not,
the woman.
You're not. Well, I don't know. I'm just telling you, he got $2 million. You don't get $2 million for trying to kiss somebody. You won't admit that he's wrong ever. This is typical Trumper.
If he was wrong, they made him pay for it, and he paid for what he did wrong. Okay, so
it doesn't matter. You can just keep supporting somebody.
But my question is
more.
My question is, you feel like that should keep him from running for president, right?
I don't think any sexual abuser should be in charge of the country.
Is he gonna have? Is he gonna have to?
100%, yes.
Is he gonna have to join one of the sexual predators list or whatever?
So what do you want to split hairs here?
Did they make that part of his condition?
What would you be saying if? What would you?
Did he have to sign up as a sex offender?
Hey, let me ask you a question. What would you say if this was Biden who got found guilty of this?
Shit, then his ass gonna have to go through the same. He gonna do the same thing Trump did.
He
gonna pay $5 million.
You would be okay with it?
What you mean?
You would be okay with it.
I mean,
if it was Joe Biden did the same thing.
I ain't got no choice but to be okay either way, because that's a civil issue.
No, you don't. You do have a choice.
That was a civil issue.
That's the definition of being American.
If that's not my business, because my thought.
I'm asking your opinion.
I gave you my opinion.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
What did you say?
I said if
I
he
missed it.
guilty, then they gonna make him pay $5 million. Okay, he
And
gonna
then
pay
you'd
his
be
money.
and then you'd be okay with
I mean,
his
what else
you'd be
can we do
okay
about
with
it,
Joe
White Bear?
Biden if he just paid the money, and you'd be like, okay, well, he
But what
paid.
else can we do?
You can have an opinion about the guy.
I already got an
What do you
opinion about it. I know he don't like black folks, so I don't give a shit about him either.
Okay, all right. Well, I just asked you, and you said that you would not
The
hold
same
him
way,
to the same standard.
same way they want to say Trump racist. If Trump is a racist,
Listen,
then I don't give a shit about him either.
Well, then you shouldn't give a shit about him because he's definitely a racist.
But I think Joe
Oh,
Biden is more racist than Trump, in my opinion.
I don't think. Why?
Yeah, in my
Why?
opinion, because he made sure he
How?
did black folks in with plenty of legislation. Made sure that he found
You
every
realize he
possible
was just
way.
one senator, right?
Yeah,
and it
don't
takes 60
matter.
to pass it.
Yeah, but I mean, but he could have been that de
we're
facto one, but he
was.
wasn't.
So he was, and by the way, he was.
Why
never
wasn't
in,
he the de
He was never
facto
in
one?
charge of the Senate
Yeah.
either. He was never the
Yeah,
head
but
of the
he
Senate.
helped draft the legislation for the 3 strike law against black folks.
So did everybody
Yeah.
else so did everybody else who
Everybody
voted
else
for it.
Did not draft it.
They all voted
They may
for
have
it.
casted a vote, but he
They
helped
all
draft
voted for it.
So he made sure that his words that he wrote was going to make sure that it locked motherfuckers.
He wasn't
like
the only
me up.
one. He wasn't the
I
only
didn't
one
say
who
he was.
drafted
I
the
said
bill,
he
man.
he wrote
And it
his
wasn't
part
the-
and drafted
okay,
it.
so
That's
let's
what
hold
he
them all accountable.
He hang his hat on it. You
No,
let
he
him-
doesn't.
He hangs his hat on it.
He
used
regrets that policy.
Okay, whatever, man. Never. Man.
I've heard him say
At
that.
the
He needs
end
to
of
do a
the
little bit of
day-
research.
At the end of the day, I think the town hall that Trump had was kind of hilarious at one point because none of this should tell the American people what we're seeing. It's not real. The only thing that's real is the consequences that they lay upon the people. But everything else that we see is smoke and mirrors and makeup because they do what they will because they working together. However, that's why all of them multimillionaires. All of them make sure that they pass legislation that's going to help those businesses that they got plenty of stock in. These folks care two heaps of beans about the average everyday quote unquote American. So to me, if you really want to be real, since everybody constantly want to get caught up in all of the other shit, man, let's talk about the reality. What's gonna happen for you and your family? What's gonna happen with you and your neighbors? What's gonna happen to your second and third cousins who out here living just like you, trying to make it, and we all under this damn umbrella of dictatorship that don't give a shit about nobody else but they damn self and the folks who they fuck with. So that's my question to the people. You know, because ain't nobody else want to be real. Everybody want to entertain all this other dumb shit. It don't matter who win the president, white bread. If Trump win, it's still going to be the same thing. If Biden gets reelected, it's going to still be the same thing. So
Well,
they ain't talking about shit.
I want Katy Perry.
I don't want no cashless society. And if that's what you're pushing for, then I'm one of them other ones who already telling you I'm not for it. If I want to put me up some money at my house and have me a little nest egg just in case something go down, that's my fucking right because I work hard for my money. And my little kibbles and bits should not be dictated by anybody who want to tell me what you going to give me, but you still expecting and demanding that I go to work and fulfill full-time duties, overtime duties. Kiss my ass, man. You know, that's where most of the real American people really sitting at up on this side of the table. Since everybody want to be real, Tucker Carlson ain't gonna say it, Don Lemon ain't gonna say it, Rush Limbaugh or none of the rest
Tucker.
of these, none of these other folk gonna speak it, man. Folk tired of being
Tucker.
fucked up, folk tired of out here struggling. Listen, I sent you the video. Nice little white lady, man, was talking about her son. He's 25, just graduated college. If she let him come back home with her, because she said, I want you to save some money and go and get you somewhere to stay so he can get his own place, start himself off.
Yep.
He had a list of places that he was interested in going. She said it was a couple places that was listed for $800 a month. She said, when I got close to the street, I was too nervous to even drive down the road. She said then he had 2 or 3 studio apartments, $1,400 for 525 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
She said, that's more than my mortgage that I pay for my home. So for people who want to keep on playing, it ain't my fault people got greedy. This is a capitalistic society, and they have got us all sucked into this whirlwind of it. Everybody love to have some money in their pocket. I know they do. Everybody ain't meant to be rich the same way everybody ain't meant to be poor. And that's my opinion, but everybody should have the opportunity to enjoy life, especially if you've been born in America, here in this country.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I don't
so
think
long,
that. I
White
don't
Bread.
think that's a underlying factor in whether somebody should be happy or not. whether they're born in this country or not. That's just my.
In
that's
my
just
opinion, it is. Especially, I say
I think
especially.
everybody-
I say especially for those of us who are born here.
Yeah, but I of course, but I'm you know me. I hope everybody has a good life. Life's hard, and it shouldn't be harder. We shouldn't try to make it more difficult for anybody.
Everybody don't wish you a good life, White Bread.
Well, that's how they want to live their life, and I hope, this is what I say to people, and most of the people who are the most judgmental, and the most like that, they're very religious based people that I've met, and what I say to them is, someday you're gonna meet God. And if you do me wrong or you do somebody else wrong, God's gonna ask you why did you do that person wrong? Why did you do that? And I'm just saying is you people better have the reason that a lot of people are doing the things that they're doing might not be sufficient response when you're asked the question. The reason why you're doing it, why you think you're doing it for the good of everybody, whatever, the good of all. Well, guess what? When Judgment Day comes, you better hope you have some receipts that back up the behavior that you're, displaying towards others.
I got you.
Because the society right now, it seems like we're always trying to put each other down. Like everyone wants to put each other down. That's not the way it should be. We should be trying to help. We should be trying to help each other out.
You know what? I tell
you know what I mean. Like,
anybody know me, they tell you, White Bread, I stay on the welcoming committee and not the selection committee.
Yeah.
You can be however you choose to be. Just know how to handle and maintain yourself when I'm around you. That's all I ask. That's a part of being grown.
Yeah,
And as long as I've been saying it, and I'm gonna keep on saying it. As long as if you say you grown and can't nobody tell you what to do, then that means you should know what to do. In any situation, since you're grown now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got to let some shit go. We got to come up out of this being color struck shit, cause that shit been around so long, and we see where we at. We still in the same place.
We're going backwards.
Yeah, we're going extra backwards. So, and for those of you who have been taught about these people that they want you to dislike and hate, here on the Weed and White Bread Show, that's why we do what we do. To show you all that shit a fucking smoke and mirror. It's a gimmick.
Yep.
It's a gimmick, man.
Fear tactics and games,
man, come on, man.
Propaganda and divide and conquer, and
yeah,
it's all of that shit, and too many people buy into it. You just got to do you a little bit, and that's why I didn't like the town hall, because all Trump did was get up there and just keep spewing this disinformation that's rotting society. And you got people. I hate people who are put themselves in front of others for their own self gain. And that's what he does time and time after again, even just still spewing these lies.
But for a lot of people, White Bread, that's the American way.
There's people up there cheering for him and clapping while he's lying his ass off and cheering, like encouraging it. Like, yeah, keep on lying, man. We love it. Keep on doing it, man. They don't hold him. Nobody holds him accountable. Especially nobody in the Republican Party. Nobody in and the only woman who tried to hold him accountable was Liz Cheney, and she's not even there anymore. She got voted out. So much for holding people fucking accountable, especially if you're a Republican. Don't talk against Donald Trump if you're got an R next to your name. The only person that can do that is DeSantis, whatever the hell that fucking guy's name is.
Whatever his name is.
He's the only guy that can talk shit to Trump because he's got just as much clout as Trump does. Why? Because of all these laws that we passed. Check out the radio show, WDIBmedia.com. We talk about the policies that he's passed in the last month here or so, and they're just awful. One of them is just, basically just ensuring that whitewashed history is all that these kids are going to learn in school.
So what part of history is whitewashed? I'm just curious.
What did you learn when you were in high school about how this country was formed?
Okay. What else? I'm just curious.
What did you learn?
Oh, that my people was just slaves. Soon we were born, we fell right into the cotton field, bro.
Yeah.
The white man been running everything, which was not true.
And that's about a half a paragraph in one book that mentions slavery. But mentions slavery in a bad way. The other parts is like how they freed the slaves and how the white man freed the slaves and how the white man did this. Well, that's what the history book said. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I'm telling you. You said
Christopher Columbus discovered America.
You asked me what's the whitewash history. Well, we're going through it.
Christopher Columbus discovered America. All of that.
We still celebrate Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And we need to change that because it's like we celebrate the fact that we stole all this land and murdered all these people and enslaved them all. Like we celebrate that every year. We eat turkey and watch football and celebrate it. You talk what else? Do you need more examples?
Yeah. We celebrate Easter, all of that. You know.
You want to? Jesus was white, right?
Hey.
Right. The only white boy in Jerusalem.
I mean, you know, hey man, you know and that's a shame. But
what else you want? You want some more whitewashing? I can give you some more.
Hey, we talk about hey, we can do this for days. Talk about all the inventions that were stolen by the creation of the patent office.
How about all the highways that were built through cities to separate communities?
Your stoplights, your video games.
Everything,
fiber optic cable.
What else? Do you want? Should I keep going? You asked.
I mean, I'm with you.
All right, so you with me on the whitewashing. All right.
Hey,
so that's what I'm talking about, and that's what they're trying to ensure is the only thing that's taught there
is whitewash.
Western civilization, and if you ever took a Western Civ class, you understand that it's talks about the Europe. It just talks about the Europeans and their exploration and how great they were, and these great explorers, and how they found new land and built it and made it all great. Rah rah rah.
How you gonna find something when somebody got their feather drawers hanging up in the tree, man? How you gonna find something when they got their coconut bra throw it over an apple tree, man? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Man, get the hell out! You got your Wood Stacey Adams out here up on the front of the porch, man. But you discovered something. Well, nobody here but you. Man, get the hell up out of here, man. And and then you let folk like DeSantos get inside office and he can tell you what he want to hear folks get taught.
Well, we talked about it.
But you was taught the same shit. You crazy. Stupid
You know what's crazy about him too is like when you look at this guy was in the service. He was a Navy SEAL, worked with the Navy SEALs. He went to Harvard. He went to Yale. This guy is a highly educated man. And he's just so ignorant with his views because I said it before. He's pandering to that Bible Belt vote. I'm telling you, 2016, look at how Trump won the election. He got the Bible Belt vote. That's how he got the nomination. That's how he got the presidency. And Ron DeSantis, with all these policies that he's passing, man, he is pandering to this religious agenda, man. It's all look at all the policies he passes.
So it's the religious agenda now.
It's the voting. It's votes, man. It's like, and that's all it has to do with his votes. Any of this has to do with his votes. All Donald Trump going up there and spewing all of his bullshit on that town hall had to do with pandering to his base and ensuring that those same people are going to still vote for him.
Now that's the same thing that they're saying about the Democrats letting all the immigrants who are getting them instant citizenship.
Well, I don't see the instant citizenship. I don't see it. I'm gonna have to be shown something that shows me that they're instantly making everybody who walks across the border a U.S. citizen right off the bat. They're handing them Social Security cards and papers and giving them all the benefits that American citizens get and all this other stuff. I gotta see it because a lot of the money that I saw being spent on illegal immigration had to do with securing the border, had to do with the border patrol, had to do with all the immigration officers that work down there that actually taught, 12, somebody has to be working the border to catch 12 million pounds of fentanyl. You can't just have nobody there and they're just like, it's not like the cartel is like willingly giving up 12 million tons of drugs. You know what I mean? So they are doing something down there. This idea that there's an influx of people coming, well, look at the world. Look at how much people are struggling. We just stay inside this bubble and we just see how we're struggling to paying $3 a gallon in gas, $3.50, whatever, $4 a gallon in gas. We were complaining. Every other country, for the most part, was paying more than us, except for, like in fucking Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got people in Germany paying $7, $8, $9 a gallon in gas. Because of this war. This is all the after effects. This is all the collateral damage of this war.
This is not to discredit what you're saying.
The world is at war, man.
But I don't give a damn about what's going on in Saudi Arabia because we already living in our own version of Saudi Arabia over here in America. Bro.
No, man. We only have 4% of all the oil in the world.
These folks poisoning the water. They poisoning the food. They poisoning the air.
Well,
they doing all of this. That's no different than them stripping the land out over there in another third world country, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They want the people defeated and depleted here in this country before they make a move on the people. And as long as they got people divided on the color line and people are living by what they've been hearing or somebody then showed you something, and to me, man, this country going to hell in a handbasket, man.
Well,
Everybody been saying it, and I pray that it doesn't in my lifetime. But the way some of this shit look like that it's being pushed and certain things that are just moving faster than I've seen, and the same way we talked about up on the radio show, man. We was talking about the impact of social media and all of this, and y'all need to make sure y'all check that out. But a lot of people can't distinguish the difference between fiction and reality, man.
Well, that's
A lot of people need somebody to tell them what to do in order for them to know what to do, instead of them being grown, paying attention, living your life, being in charge of you, and trying your best to develop thyself every day.
I would say you just described Trumpers, man.
I mean, that ain't just it's
They
Biden. It's
listen to
Biden
whatever-
supporters.
Listen,
It's all
supporters,
of them.
Biden support. Listen, how many Biden flags you see around here?
Man, it's plenty of them
How
in
many?
these Democratic
Where?
places.
How many
man.
Biden flags? You see more Biden flags
You know,
or Trump flags?
I see a little bit of
I'm
both.
just asking a question.
I just see a
'Cause
little
don't
bit
see
of
Biden
both.
flags.
I mean, I don't keep
I don't
count,
see
but
any.
I have seen several Bidens as well as several Trump flags.
I don't see people walking down the street with all Biden shit
I ain't
on.
seen people walk down the street with Trump shit on though.
Oh,
done
I
seen
see a lot of
folks-
people. Well, I see. Listen, when Trump was in office, how many Biden boat rallies have you seen on Lake Norman? You ever seen that on the news? Because they had a 2,000 boat Trump rally with everyone having Trump flags
Well, they didn't
on
have
their
to.
boats.
Well, I mean, he did the
This
boat
is just
rally
Lake
because,
Norman,
hold
North
up,
Carolina.
Hold up, he did the boat rally because they had the DNC convention down here,
No, they did the boat rally because they were doing it all over the country.
and that's fine.
What do you mean that's fine?
He
You
was
just,
following
I
the
just
DNC.
Said,
He's
I just
following the
said-
DNC,
I just
so he
said
makes
that
sure
Trump, you
where
just
they
said
go,
people
we
need
go.
people need people to tell them what to do. People need people to tell them how to think. This is
People,
a Trumper, man.
when it comes down to these so-called,
You just said it. I didn't say it.
When it comes down to these so-called people who are running for president, everybody got to have a sales pitch, man. That's what I'm trying to get folks to remember.
Listen,
These
all
folks
I'm
ain't
saying
doing nothing but
is- all
throwing
I'm saying is
sales pitches.
I've never seen more.
Ain't nobody saying that.
I've never
man,
seen
the
more
American
people
deserve to be living.
I never seen-
better than most of the other citizens in all of these other countries. We're going to make sure moving forward that the American people going to finally get their piece of the rock. All of these corporations, these folks acting like 1 minute you tell the American people that these corporations then took their businesses overseas, but then in the next breath, people want to talk about what the corporations can't do here in America. But then though these folks still make American money every damn day. You can't have it. Everybody want it their way. And you still stepping on the people who is helping make that way for you. We the ones who wait the tables. We the ones who washing the goddamn dishes. We the motherfuckers who doing.
South Florida's about
And that's
to find
what you
out
get
who
for,
really works down in
and that's
South
what
Florida.
happens when you sit there and you play games. We already know Ron DeSantis. You trying to X everybody out. If you want that to be an all-white state, then put your name on it and come on out and say it. Put your
That's
name on
exactly
it.
what he
Yeah,
wants.
put your name on it, and that go for the rest of y'all states. Hope you ain't got no professional teams, cause I'm asking for every one of you brothers who are professional. I ain't gonna call you no people of color, cause they gonna need them same Mexicans, them Arabs, and them other Chinese folks and Japanese folks. Let them go fill your stadium. Let me see what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers look like without no brothers up on the team. White bread. Please put that game on prime time, and I'll watch it.
Well, I don't know if that will ever happen.
Yeah.
You have to have people walking away
Cause
with
I bet
millions
you
of
he
dollars.
got money invested in that. You got money invested in the jail. I bet you ain't gonna let them black folk go up out the jail system down there and get them out your state, though, is you? Hell no. Quit playing with me, Smokey.
Well, let's. We're about.
Make me hot out here, y'all.
Well, with that being said, we have a lot more to talk about this. This story isn't going away anytime soon.
At all.
Trump's gonna be in the news for years.
I know y'all been asking for that
hopefully-
Murder Mondays, y'all. It's been hard.
We're gonna get back to it.
Your boy been, man, getting ready for surgery. By the way, y'all keep me in your prayers. I have surgery, man, Monday,
yeah.
man. Monday morning, y'all.
Surgery in a couple of
For
days.
real, man. So that's why we
So,
trying to get this thing for
We're trying to
y'all.
get this thing in. We got a segment for the radio show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great show this week.
Please check out the radio show.
Check out the radio show. I got
Please.
a great guest this week. Jessica Anderson came on the show. If you follow her on TikTok, she used to be Crazy Mother Runner. She's very popular on TikTok amongst some people.
Keep hitting us up on the Instagram, y'all.
Me and her get hate comments from the same type of people. I would
That's
say.
crazy.
So yeah, so because we
Have anybody ever
we're
threatened,
woke.
Hold on, has anybody ever threatened your life just based off of something that you said on social media?
Oh,
like
I had
that?
people say they were gonna. I had people say they were gonna come to my house.
For real?
Yeah.
Don't-
I had
don't
one
do
guy-
that, y'all.
I
Don't
had one
come
guy
crash
on.
out.
I had one guy on Instagram that wanted me to drive to his house and fight him. He gave me his address and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had people on.
It's that serious
social
because
media.
you got an opinion.
I had people tell me that they were happy that Marilyn died.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's his wife,
people,
y'all.
People go below the belt, man. That's what you got to deal with when you put yourself out there.
It
So-
don't matter what you say because you better hope and pray that you don't need no help
And if
from the same person who you hate the most.
And you know what? Just think about this, folks. When you make a decision in life, like I said earlier, when it comes down to Judgment Day, your answer might not be sufficient on why you did what you did. So just keep that in mind, because you might get the exit stage left to go downstairs.
Hey,
I'm saying.
You gonna hear them say that old
That's
school.
all I'm saying.
That old school saying, "Walk the plank."
Walk the plank. and
Walk
there's
the plank.
Nothing good over there. Well, I see some flames coming out over there. Don't worry about it. Just keep on walking.
Hey, that's where you head.
That's where you're going.
Yeah, take
so
your ass
keep
on.
that in mind. Thank you, folks, for tuning in.
Appreciate y'all.
Check out the MarylanArenaFoundation.org. Great nonprofit. We support women who are battling terminal breast cancer.
And happy Mother's Day to everybody
Happy
tomorrow.
Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
For
My
real.
mom, happy Mother's Day. All the
All
moms
of
I
y'all,
know.
if y'all a mom, and even
All
if
the
you're a
real
single
moms out
dad,
there. All the real
I
moms
ain't gonna
out
say
there.
happy
because-
Mother's Day. I'm gonna say happy Father's Day early to you, especially if you're a
Yeah.
single dad like White Bread.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day, White Bread. Because
Coming up in June, man.
Yeah.
Coming up in June. I'll be looking forward to it. So
Yeah.
I'll be up in Rhode Island, I think, during that time. So
We
it'll be
love
fun
you
to
guys
be
and
around
gals.
friends and family. But yeah, thanks for tuning in again, and we'll be checking back in soon. Check out the Wheat and White Bread segment on WDRBmedia.com.
Yeah.
The Live for Life show. Every week we have a Wheat and White Bread segment. Send us in
1
some
o'clock
comments.
Eastern Standard.
1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. WDRBmedia.com. WDRB station on Apple, TuneIn, and Streamer.
At Wheat and White on
Check
YouTube.
us
You
at
know
Wheat
what it is.
and White Bread on YouTube.
Appreciate
Check us
y'all,
out,
man.
folks. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we will be talking to you soon.
Peace.